Asia Cup final rocked by massive controversy. Fans demand investigation. The Asia Cup final, which was expected to be a proud cricketing showdown between two top teams, has turned into one of the most heated and debated matches in recent memory. What began as a celebration of sport has now become a storm of accusations, protests, and demands for justice. Cricket lovers across Asia and beyond are still talking non-stop about what went wrong and whether the match should even be considered fair. Social media is full of heated arguments, experts are calling for inquiries, and fans are split into two angry camps. The match starts smoothly, but tension builds. From the very first ball, the match had high energy. The stadium was full, and thousands more were glued to screens worldwide. The pitch looked good. Weather conditions were clear. Both teams seemed confident. But even in the first innings, small arguments started around umpiring calls, fielding positions, and crowd behavior. At first, these moments felt normal, typical of a high-pressure final. But within a short time, things took a serious turn. The main incident that sparked outrage. The most controversial moment came during the second innings. A crucial decision by the on-field umpire completely changed the flow of the match. A batter was given out in what looked like an extremely doubtful decision. Replays showed there was confusion about whether the ball had touched the bat, whether the review system, DRS, was working properly, whether the third umpire made a rushed judgment. The batting side immediately protested, pointing toward the screen and signaling towards the dressing room. The crowd erupted with boos, whistles, and angry chants. Some players surrounded the umpire briefly before being pulled away by teammates. DRS confusion and timing problems. The controversy grew even bigger when several reports claimed the decision review system was experiencing technical issues at that very moment. Some broadcasters said, the Ultra-Edge technology replay came late. Ball tracking visuals appeared incomplete. Third umpire audio was missing for a few seconds. Fans started shouting that the decision wasn't just wrong, it was unfair and avoidable. Several former cricketers commented live, saying a final match cannot have such errors. Crowd trouble and security involvement. The atmosphere in the stadium became intense. Sections of the crowd started chanting slogans against the officiating team. Some spectators waved banners accusing bias and mismanagement. Security officers were quickly deployed near the boundary ropes to prevent any pitch invasion. A few people were escorted out after throwing bottles and plastic cups. Players from both sides looked uncomfortable. One captain could be seen talking to match officials with a visibly upset expression. Tensions between players grow. What made the situation worse was a near clash between two star players from opposite teams. After the controversial decision, a bowler allegedly made a sarcastic comment to the departing batter. Words were exchanged, and both teams rushed in to separate them. Cameras captured tense body language, and commentators warned that the spirit of cricket was under threat. Social media explodes instantly. Within minutes, hashtags like #Asia Cup Final Fixing, #Unfair Decision, and #Replay the match started trending. Fans demanded a replay of the match, a full investigation, punishment for officials involved. Some supporters even accused the cricket board of favoritism. The anger was not just limited to one country. Neutrals also questioned how such a big event could have such a basic failure. Experts speak out. Many former players and analysts appeared on TV panels immediately after the match. They raised serious concerns. This is not just human error, this is mismanagement. In a final, there should be no confusion with technology. If teams cannot trust the system, the sport loses credibility. Some even suggested that the losing team should officially protest. Cricket board response. Late in the night, the tournament's governing board issued a short statement. It said, "We are aware of the incident. All protocols were followed. An internal review will be conducted." However, the statement did not calm anyone. Fans called it weak and demanded transparency. Calls for a match replay grow stronger. On sports talk shows and social forums, People are arguing non-stop about whether the final result should stand. Supporters of the affected team say, "One bad decision ruined the entire match. A final must be decided fairly, not by mistakes. The result is questionable and should not be accepted." Others argue that controversies are part of the game and the result should not be changed. Officials and umpires under pressure. Sources claim the umpires involved may be questioned by the board. One match referee has already submitted a report. If negligence is found, bans or suspensions could follow. Some suggest using only the most senior officials for knockout matches and improving technology checks before play begins. Players avoid media questions. After the match, captains and coaches attended the press conference but avoided direct answers. One captain said, "We played our best cricket and followed the rules. The rest is for the officials to decide." The other captain looked frustrated and said, "It's hard to accept what happened. Everyone saw it. Fans want change before the next tournament." Supporters are now urging the Asian Cricket Council to make changes before the next championship. Their main demands include better umpiring standards, more reliable technology, independent oversight, clear replay rules in case of crisis. They warn that if such controversies continue, fans will lose faith in the sport's fairness. What happens next? Investigations, reviews, and media debates are all underway. No decision has been officially reversed yet, but pressure keeps increasing. There is even talk of a joint statement by several senior players demanding modern rule updates for finals. Conclusion. What should have been a proud moment in Asian cricket history has turned into one of the most controversial finals ever played. Whether the result stands or changes, this incident has already left a strong mark on fans, players, and officials. The Asia Cup final will now be remembered not for the runs or wickets, but for the questions that shook the sport's credibility. The world waits to see if cricket leaders will answer them with real action, or let the storm fade without change.